From cult captivity to liberation, the 12-year-old who survived against all odds. Hidden in a seemingly ordinary picture lies the chilling secret of an unsettling past. The date, November 18th, 1978. The place, Guyana. This innocuous photograph conceals a tale of tragedy and horror that unfolds in the heart of the South American jungle. At its center is Tracy Parks, an unwitting victim, and her daughter, Tracy, who would embark on a harrowing journey into the unknown. Little did they know that this day would mark the beginning of an unimaginable nightmare. Before the darkness descended, the Park family lived a quiet life in Redwood Valley, California. Their move to California was motivated by the fear of a looming Cold War and a desire to protect their children, including 6-week-old Tracy. Alongside hundreds of others, they followed a charismatic figure, Reverend Jones, who promised them a paradise in the distant jungles of South America, which they would soon come to know as Jonestown. As the years passed, Jones unveiled his grand vision, the People's Temple Agricultural Project. To some, it was the Promised Land, but for Tracy, it was anything but a paradise. Suspicion and unease grew as allegations of abuse within the People's Temple surfaced. Families left behind were filled with worry, as they heard nothing from their loved ones who had ventured to Jonestown. Amid mounting concerns, Senator Leo Ryan from California embarked on a mission to investigate Jonestown. His goal was simple: to determine if people were being held against their will, and if so, to bring them back home. The events of this fateful day were documented meticulously, beginning with Ryan's arrival at the encampment. What he encountered was far from what he expected. A seemingly cheerful community filled with children playing and adults in colorful clothing. But beneath this facade of happiness lay a hidden cry for help. A secret note passed to a journalist hinted at the horrors lurking behind the scenes. On November 18th, as events unfolded, Tracy Parks and Tracy's fate would become irrevocably intertwined with the Jonestown massacre. As chaos and tension gripped Jonestown on that fateful day of November 18th, 1978, the Parks family, along with others, made a daring decision: to defect from the encampment. Their decision sparked outrage among Jonestown residents, who hurled threats and accusations at them. For 12-year-old Tracy Parks and her sister Brenda, escaping the nightmare of Jonestown marked the beginning of a grueling survival ordeal in the unforgiving Guyana jungle. The siblings found themselves cut off from their family and thrust into a world of danger and uncertainty. Life in the jungle was a relentless struggle. Forced to work long hours, Tracy faced the harsh reality of laboring under Jones's watchful eye, enduring sleepless nights filled with his relentless preaching. Fear permeated their existence, as they believed Jones would hunt them down if they were discovered. As the days passed in the jungle, Tracy's health deteriorated rapidly. Deprived of food and clean water, she battled a high fever and despair that threatened to consume her. Brenda, the eldest and their protector, guided the group through the wilderness, determined to lead them to safety. Their escape took a dramatic turn when they heard unexpected music in the heart of the jungle. It was a strange and surreal moment, but it provided the spark they needed to push forward. They followed the mysterious sound, hoping it would lead them to salvation. Tracy's will to survive and the resilience of these young children would be tested like never before. In this chapter, their incredible journey of survival unfolds as they navigate the treacherous jungle terrain in their quest for freedom. In the depths of Jonestown, November 18th, 1978, marked a day of unimaginable horror. Jones, the charismatic leader turned tyrant, orchestrated a mass suicide that would forever stain the pages of history. He had ordered cyanide to be mixed with Kool-Aid, and in a chilling audio recording, he forced his followers to drink the deadly concoction. The tape is a gut-wrenching testament to the manipulation, fear, and coercion that characterized life under Jones's control. Some members willingly drank the poison, others were forced at gunpoint, and chaos engulfed the community as a whole. Tracy Parks, separated from her family, could only imagine the horror that her mother and others endured. The massacre claimed the lives of 918 people, including Tracy Parks, leaving a haunting legacy of despair and loss. The survivors of Jonestown faced a harrowing path forward. Emerging from the grips of a cult that had promised them paradise but delivered hell on earth, they carried the scars of their traumatic experiences. Tracy Parks, like many others, struggled with the demons of her past. If you're engrossed in the story, please give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Your support and engagement inspires us to keep bringing you compelling stories. Don't forget to subscribe for more. We thank you for being part of our community, but now it's time to dive back into Tracy's horrifying journey. The aftermath of Jonestown was not without its challenges. Some survivors turned to violence, unable to escape the shadows of their past. Others, like Tracy, sought solace in healing. For Tracy, her coping mechanism was alcohol, a means to temporarily numb the pain she carried. She grappled with the loss of her mother, Patricia, and the trauma of her Jonestown experiences. Yet Tracy remained determined to find a way to honor her mother's memory and create a better life for herself. 3 decades after Patricia Parks' tragic death in Jonestown, Tracy returned to the site that held the darkest memories of her life. At the airstrip where her mother lost her life, Tracy laid down 5 roses, a photograph of her mother, and a cross as a final farewell. It was a poignant moment of closure and remembrance. For Gerald Parks, Tracy's father, life was devoted to his family. After helping raise his granddaughters, he cherished his role as a great-grandfather. Family became the anchor that kept him grounded, and he never ceased to express his love for Patricia, even in her passing. As this chapter concludes, Tracy shares her mission to ensure that the world does not forget the horrors of Jonestown. She recognizes the importance of speaking out, of bearing witness, so that history does not repeat itself. The legacy of Jonestown, the pain, and the perseverance of survivors like Tracy serve as a stark reminder of the dangers of manipulation, control, and blind allegiance to charismatic leaders. The story of Patricia and Tracy Parks, intertwined with the Jonestown tragedy, serves as a haunting testament to the depths of human manipulation and the resilience of the human spirit. From the seemingly ordinary photograph that conceals a horrifying past, we've journeyed through the chapters of their lives, each more poignant than the last. In Jonestown, the promise of paradise became a living nightmare. Jim Jones, the man chosen by his followers as a prophet, led them down a path of darkness. It was an act of unspeakable horror, and the scars it left on the survivors like Tracy are indelible. The chapters that follow reveal the incredible strength and resilience of Tracy Parks. Escaping Jonestown was just the beginning of her journey. In the unforgiving Guyana jungle, she battled sickness, fear, and despair alongside her sister Brenda and other children. Their remarkable survival is a testament to the power of the human will to endure. Life after Jonestown was far from easy for Tracy. She, like many survivors, struggled to cope with the trauma of her past. Alcohol became her temporary escape from the haunting memories. But Tracy was determined not to be defined by her past. She chose to honor her mother's memory by breaking free from the chains of the cult. Gerald Parks, Tracy's father, found solace in the family, cherishing his role as a father and later as a great-grandfather. His unwavering love for Patricia, even in her passing, speaks to the enduring bond that can withstand the harshest of trials. As Tracy laid roses at the Jonestown airstrip, a place that had seen so much suffering, she bore witness to the past while carrying the hope of a better future. Her mission to ensure that the world never forgets the horrors of Jonestown is a testament to her resilience and determination. The story of Patricia and Tracy Parks reminds us of the dangers of blind allegiances to charismatic leaders and the enduring strength of the human spirit. In Tracy's triumph over tragedy, she inspires us to confront our own demons, seek healing, and strive to prevent history from repeating its darkest chapters. And with that, we come to the ending of today's video. We hope you found Tracy's incredible journey as inspiring as we did. But before we go, there's more where that came from. Don't forget to check out our channel, CrimeFlix, for more captivating stories that will leave you in awe. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Your engagement keeps our storytelling alive. And until I see you next, I bid you farewell.